Welcome to another Transformers Generations review. This time we're looking at the highly anticipated deluxe class Arcee. It's been everyone's been waiting years for a proper G1 representation of Arcee. They came close and animated, but that was a little bit too stylized, too cartoony. But yes, finally we have a Generation 1 Arcee figure. And traditional Generation style packaging comes in featured in robot mode. You see her weapons there, and you see that cool comic back there. On the back, you have the look at the Cybertronian car mode. Get a picture of her right there, and her specs, and really looking forward to getting my hands on this one. And starting off, we have Arcee in her car mode, and boy, we've been waiting a long time to see a proper Arcee figure, and it's kind of surreal. I mean, we've seen so many figures that have been canceled. Like, there's a titanium Arcee that was going to come out in the titanium line that was going to have G1 accuracy, but that got scrapped. It looked very similar to this. That was the closest they've come, but this, I think, I'm glad to see that Hasbro is finally starting to see the value in female characters toys. Like, they, for the longest time, say female toys don't sell. They don't sell. They fucking sell. Black Widows, Marvel Legends, they sell like fucking crazy. So it's glad to see that they're doing this. So we have her with all of her weapons stored here, and it doesn't look too bad, but it definitely does look kind of out of place, especially with these blades here. So let's remove the blades, and this looks a lot better with the guns on top. That actually looks really nice, especially the color scheme that match that. It just feels like it wasn't just tacked on there. It feels like this actually should look like that. And it looks really nice, but just for G1 accuracy, let's remove the guns, and here she is, Arcee, and the transformation is really nice. The limbs, they tuck in here pretty well. The legs, I mean, the transformation is not nearly as finicky as I was expecting it to be. It does have a little kind of goofy quirks to it, but once you get her into car mode, it's very satisfying. I really like the molded in seats here, the clear blue tint to the windshield. There's even a molded in steering wheel and dash here. Let's get a closer look here. You can see like the speedometer, oil, all bunch of little shit there. That wasn't necessary, but it's just nice to see that amount of detail here. This is the one thing that I'm constantly fighting with, is this whole trunk area here. It really focus. Come on. There we go. It really doesn't stay attached here all too well. It just kind of flops around here right here and doesn't really secure. I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong. I probably am. This snaps in fine, but it really looks like these tabs here are supposed to do something else, but they just don't. Not, at least not for me. The wheels are super thin, but it rolls fairly well, and it comes to a stopping point eventually. Of course it does, but it's not bad at all. The front of the car reminds me a lot of Nitro Convoy from Galaxy Force. I forget Nitro Convoy's American name. Overdrive, I think. Something like that. In Cybertron. Very cool. Alright, let's get on to the transformation. Start off, we're going to lift up the trunk here and tuck this section down like this. Then move the camera up. We're going to take each leg here and rotate it down like this, and then shimmy the legs forward like so. Rotate the feet down, and the legs are done. Move the camera up a little bit more. And then we take the arms and rotate them down. Pretty easy but effective means there. Flip up this part of the waist here, or that will become the waist. Rotate this whole section down like that, and this whole section will kind of scoot on down, and this should lock in place right about there. And there you have Arcee in robot mode. Now, this figure might come off as being back heavy, but really, with considering how light the figure is overall and how thin the plastic is, it really works to its advantage because it is not back heavy at all. I can pick her up and stand her down, make her stand up with ease. Sure, get it into some of the more intricate poses might be a pain later on, but just standing in a prone position, it's not difficult at all. To get into some of the details here, I really like the head sculpt, and right now the light piping is working pretty well just because my shooting room here is very well lit. You can see the light piping, but like in natural conditions, her eyes are just like pitch black, and this is one of the reasons why I just don't really care for light piping all that much. It's very silly and useless. I just much prefer to have the head be a solid piece and just have the eyes painted blue or red or whatever color they need to be, because I think that just painted eyes looks a lot better. And one of the reasons why Arcee's head is styled like this, because in the movie they wanted to go for a Star Wars feel, and they actually modeled Arcee's head after Princess Leia, which is a interesting little tidbit. Very feminine physique. She's got thunder thighs, but it goes down to a slim lower leg, ankles. Backpack is a little bit out there, but it's not bad at all. For side, it's not bad. I mean, it is pretty accurate to how she looked in the show. I mean, she did have pretty gigantic shoulder pads sitting in the way, so it's not bad at all. Get into the head. The head is on a ball joint here, so it can look just about all around. The shoulders are also on a ball joint. The elbows on a hinge, which can almost bend all the way. The wrists do not move. Same thing over here. Oh, and there's a there's an upper kind of bicep swivel here. There's no hip articulation. Even if they kind of manage a joint there, it would have been next to useless because turning the waist would have bumped into all this crap back here. But there's I'm not sure how to describe this hinge here. It's a swivel with a double hinge here, and then kind of goes out of side. It's an interesting joint, but it can allow for a good range of movement. I mean, yeah, she can do that, which is basically due to transformation, but that's still pretty cool. And she's got great range of knee movement here, and her feet go up and down. So amazing little figure. And you can take her swords, which is kind of a thing that's been picked up since Prime, which kind of like how all Ultra Magnuses now must have a hammer. I guess it's kind of a thing. I guess it kind of started animated, where all Arcees must now have dual blue blades. So she's got that going for her. But these can also store on her hip, like here, if she wants to use them later on, and she can hold her guns too. That one looks kind of funny because she's holding it so low on the handle, but it's to be expected. Same thing, they both look kind of silly. But there's that, and I love this figure. It's not for everyone though. It's not really designed for new fans. It's really meant for G1 enthusiasts. You know, the OG collectors such as myself that grew up with watching the original '86 movie and seeing Arcee and always wanting an Arcee figure but never got one. This is who this is really meant for, and it's a great representation of G1 Arcee. You can follow me at Twitter at twitter.com/SSJAUTOBOT. You can Instagram me too, SSJAUTOBOT. And you can follow me at Twitch at twitch.tv/SSJ_Autobot. And I'll catch you next time.